Hello again, and welcome back to the town of Rowan. This is half of the middle class district, and it's built in such a way to where the houses kind of like, well, they don't really share a common wall because as you can see, there's two logs side by side at the joint of each house. But in essence, yeah, that's what they're doing is sharing a common wall. And I wanted this to be kind of like tight row housing like you'd see in England or something, and it sort of still has the kind of Tudor style, medieval, and each one is slightly different. There is a YouTuber out there by the name of Mr. Archer MC, all one word. You can search him just by putting youtube.com/Mr. Archer MC. And he has some tutorials on how to do townie chunks. And he's actually what kind of inspired me to use the townie plugin and try to keep like the market in two chunks, the blacksmith shop in one chunk, the inn over there in two chunks. This church I think is technically in four chunks because it's kind of across the map, but like each one of these mansions here is relatively just one chunk a piece. And the reason I did that is because that way you can sell them and people own that whole chunk. And it kind of breaks it down easier. So like if it's a shop, you walk into a shop, you can list that chunk as a shop chunk, and then when they walk in there, it'll say shop, so they know, oh, well, I can buy something. But so how this is divided up currently, just so you're aware, is these blocks that I just kind of have on the edge of the little road here are the borders of the chunk. So this house is in one chunk, and then this kind of like this road over here is the other half of that chunk. And then these two houses are in one chunk. These two houses are in one chunk. These two houses are in one chunk. And then this is sharing a chunk with the wall of the city. So a lot of these houses are going to be set up for the NPCs. I'm using the citizens plugin, so there'll be like NPCs wandering around. And I see some lightning, and I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want the flashing. And anyway, so yeah, a lot of these will probably have NPCs in them and stuff like that, but from the citizens mod. But I may make it to where like you and a buddy could sign up onto the server and then say, we want these two houses. That's mine. That's his. But that's probably going to be one of the situations where you just IM me or something and say, hey, we are interested in two houses. Do you have two available for us in the middle class district? Because we think that area is cool and that's where we want to live. And then I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll give you these two. And each one of them's a little different. This one right here is kind of what Mr. Archer MC's tutorial shows you how to build. It's kind of similar. I didn't want to make it exactly like his, but it's pretty close, but as far as dimensions and stuff. But he had like his door there, and then the stairs were on the back wall, and then when you came up the stairs, he had more of a rectangular room with like a bed and like a desk and stuff. And I wanted it to be more square because when I furnish a house, it seems that when you have more square rooms, it just seems to be easier to fit stuff in there. And then the backyards can have like garden areas, so you can have like your own little garden, so you can kind of be this self-sufficient little area. And I think the chunk goes all the way to that wall, so you can still, but if not, I'd have to just basically either those crops never go away, or you would have to just remove them, or I would remove them for you or whatever if you can't do it because it's part of the other chunk. But anyway, let's just kind of show you all these houses real quick. So this is one of the bigger ones because it's by itself, and unfortunately because of the gate there, it has this tiny little garden area that's almost worthless. Then it's got a bay window with like a kind of wraparound staircase. It's got a big sized bedroom. It's got this kind of little landing area, which will probably have like maybe a library or a little study or something. Then it's got this sort of little nook area, and then another like small bedroom or like crafting room or chanting room or something. And then we go down the stairs, back out the door. You saw this house here. This is another house, and I made this one a little bit shorter because I didn't want the roofs to line up, because then it just looks like one big continuous roof and it's kind of yucky. So up here we've got another kind of squarish room, and because the roof's so low, I figured, well, you could make like this little one wide attic up there and then have these like lower areas, and just I didn't like it, so I just got rid of it and experimented with putting like ceiling beams, like little rafter type things. This kind of changes it up a little bit, makes it a little more unique of a house. This one, it's got like the darker floor. It's kind of similar to that first one I showed you as far as layout. And I may change the interior as far as like how the stairs work and go back to more like what Mr. MC Archer's one is, because he had kind of a neat layout for his furniture. This one, because it's on a hill, it's kind of a, well, originally it started out as like a split level, so you can kind of see where the wood is in the center of the logs, and then the front yard's got like this little split level thing going on. And then I've kind of dug out the hillside to put the stairs in here, so you've got like a kitchen table, a little kitchen I started working on, and then you go up the stairs, and then this having two sections of the house was just, they were too small to put anything in, so I kind of expanded it and made it bigger, and then I kind of wanted to fill this one out with furniture just to make sure that it all worked. And since I was putting the furniture in it when it was different size, you know, like smaller and stuff like that, and then backyard's got like a melon farm, and then you can see your neighbors have various farms too. And yeah, so I mean it works. It's pretty cool. And then this one's got like a little alleyway to get to the backyard, which surprisingly is really the only way to get back there. But there's not much back there. It's just like some hedges and different levels and stuff. And then it's kind of similar layout again. They're all kind of similar. I may make a couple houses. They're like mirror images, maybe. Like, I guess this one's a little different because when you came in, the stairs are on the right instead of back here, you know, which leads you up that way. So it's a little bit different. This next house I kind of like, think's pretty cool. Oops. Cat's crawling into my lap and she stepped on the mouse cord. Sorry about that. So this one, you go upstairs and there's this door that leads outside onto like a little deck. And so you can look out over, well, what will probably end up being the other half of the middle class district, because it's just going to be along that side there. But then you can go upstairs to the last room. And this room, something sticking on my keyboard. This room is a little bit smaller because of the deck, so that upstairs is probably going to end up being the bedroom. But then it's got the little garden, but because it's on a hill, it's only half of a garden, so it's kind of questionable. And they've got like a little gate, and it's kind of a neat little entrance. Then this one, because it's the corner house, it's kind of big as well, and it's got an L shape to it. And it's got a big bedroom there, and then the staircase goes up, and then enough to add like another room that's kind of smaller, but you can still do it. What it may end up doing is turning this into just this whole floor like a bedroom, make that like maybe a closet or an enchanting room or something. But yeah, so that's the, oops, I don't want to put that there. That is the first half of the middle class district. And I plan, like I said, I plan on building more along this side to kind of just mirror image, but you know, with different house designs and stuff. And I may do some of that on camera. I've been going to town. I got kind of inspired. I was just going to build one of these and then show you the rest. And they're just so quick to build and so easy to build that I was just kind of like, I'm just going to build another one. And then before I knew it, I had the entire side done. And then I was like, oh, I really should show some of these being built because they're kind of fun to build. But anyway, I'll show you this other thing here. I expanded the cemetery, so it's twice as big now. And then I moved the like little lake thing uphill up into here because it used to be down right there. And then I kind of made like a little arched bridge thing. I haven't decided if I want to run the lake through to this side and then make this sort of like a park. There's a good amount of space right here, so this may end up being more like merchant buildings. Or maybe I'll put like the slums back there. I'm kind of thinking I want to put a bar like right across from the barracks, like a tavern. So this may end up being a tavern here. And then this will be either like slums behind the tavern, behind these guys' houses, or maybe I'll just add a couple more middle class houses that aren't quite as tight as these or something. Like maybe these ones will be more farmer style ones. I want to keep most of the major farmer ones outside though, but and then I also added some trees and some bushes in here. Big tree there, a little tree there, just sort of like finalizing the tree placement. I still have to build something back here. I don't know what I want to make it yet. This may end up being where the slums are, maybe another slightly rich district. And then between the library and the arena, this is all going to be merchant district. In fact, it may end up just being all cobblestone. And there'll just be like more shops, like bigger shops, and then probably a couple of stalls like these ones over here. So you can see when you get over here, it says shop, shop, shop. And that's because you got the blacksmith shop, you've got all these market stalls, and all of these are shops. And so I don't know really if it in Townie if having it designated a shop district really makes any difference other than they know, oh, I can buy something here. So to me, it's kind of stupid if all it does is just say shop. I think you can set the plots to say, like it's gonna like you could cost the taxes for that area are a little higher or something. I think you can adjust those types of things, or you can make it to where player versus player is available in the shops. And so maybe you want to make it to where if somebody steals from you, if you have the option of stealing, that you can kill them. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had for right now. I can kind of show you. I think I'll make another video showing building a couple of these. I'll probably do like one towny chunk of middle class district, and then I'll just build the rest off camera, and then I'll probably do some furnishing for all these and then come back through and show you the finished furnishing. But yeah, that's all I have for now, so thanks for watching.